Some muscle cars are so legendary, they've practically become household names. But what about the hidden gems, the cars that flew under the radar and never got the attention they deserve? What makes these hidden gems stand out, and why didn't they get the attention they deserve? Could it be that some of these forgotten muscle cars are actually better than the classics we all know and love? Ready to find out which muscle cars truly deserve your attention? Hit that like button, subscribe, and join in the ranks of fellow gearheads who know real power when they see it. Let's dive in. Imagine a bright orange rocket tearing down the road, turning heads wherever it goes. That's the 1969 Oldsmobile Rally 350 for you. It wasn't just about looks though. Under the hood sat a 350 cubic inch V8 engine, roaring out 310 horsepower and a heavy 390 pound-feet of torque. This car was built to move, delivering impressive acceleration that made it a street hero. Oldsmobile gave it a special rally package, which included eye-catching orange paint, bold graphics, and a functional hood scoop that screamed performance. It also came with heavy-duty suspension and front disc brakes, so it wasn't just fast, it could handle corners like a champ. But here's the twist. Only about 3,500 of these beauties were made, so spotting one today is like finding a gem in the wild. Now, if racing's your thing, the 1963 Pontiac Catalina heavy-duty Swiss cheese will blow your mind. This car was all about speed and innovation. Pontiac got clever with weight reduction, drilling holes into the frame, hence the Swiss cheese nickname, to make it lighter and faster. It packed a massive 421 cubic inch V8 engine that delivered jaw-dropping horsepower, making it a beast on the racetrack. Designed to dominate NASCAR, this lightweight powerhouse had aluminum parts and every trick in the book to shave off weight. It wasn't just a race car though. It became a legend for its ingenuity and performance, a dream for collectors and racers alike. Now, this was a muscle car that was all about raw power and style. With a 455 cubic inch V8 engine under the hood, this beast pushed out 360 horsepower and an earth-shaking 510 pound-feet of torque. It didn't just go fast, it looked the part too, with bold stripes and a rear spoiler that gave it a tough, aggressive vibe. It could blast from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 6 seconds, making it a street king. Add to that its heavy-duty suspension and upgraded brakes, and you had a car that handled like a dream. Limited production numbers make this car a rare and highly sought-after masterpiece today. The Dodge Polara 500 Max Wedge was a statement. Under its hood roared a massive 426 cubic inch V8 engine, spitting out around 425 horsepower, a beast by any standard. Dodge built it with one goal: speed. Everything about the Polara screamed performance, from its lightweight design to its aerodynamic body. And let's not forget the aggressive stance that made it a darling of the drag racing scene. This car wasn't just fast, it was iconic. Racers loved its raw power and ability to dominate the quarter-mile strip. Today, finding a 1963 Polara Max Wedge is like stumbling upon a treasure chest from the muscle car's golden age. It's rare, it's loud, and it's pure Americana on wheels. The Pontiac Tempest Le Mans Super Duty was a muscle car ahead of its time. Now, why do you think it is? Because it thought differently. Instead of just cranking up horsepower, Pontiac balanced power with engineering finesse. This beauty featured a unique transaxle layout, spreading the car's weight more evenly and giving it sharper handling, a rarity back then. Its 421 cubic inch V8 engine packed 405 horsepower and a growl that could wake the neighbors. The Super Duty package wasn't just about raw power, it included beefed up suspension and custom exhaust to handle the stresses of racing. Built in limited numbers, the Tempest Super Duty is now a collector's dream, celebrated for its bold engineering and its brief but glorious racing history. This was Ford saying, "We mean business." Designed exclusively for drag racing, the Thunderbolt was stripped of any frills. No heater, no radio, just raw power. Its fiberglass body parts helped shave weight, bringing it down to just over 3,200 pounds. And that 427 cubic inch V8 under the hood, officially rated at 425 horsepower, but insiders knew it was closer to 500. This beast dominated the quarter mile in just 11.8 seconds, winning the NHRA Superstock Championship in 1964. With only 100 built, the Thunderbolt's a rare piece of Ford's racing heritage, cementing its status as a drag strip legend. Imagine a Mustang designed purely to dominate the drag strip. Welcome to the 1965 Ford Mustang AFX Holman Moody. Built by the legendary racing team Holman Moody, this beast was crafted for the AFX class, a category that pushed cars to their performance limits. Stripped down to shed weight and powered by a 427 cubic inch V8, it roared with raw power. Everything unnecessary was tossed aside, replaced with lightweight materials and racing components to make it a track monster. With its menacing stance and undeniable speed, it didn't just race, it defined an era. Today, collectors hunt for this iconic piece of muscle car history, a true symbol of racing innovation from the 60s. From the streets to the strip, Grumpy Toys 8 wasn't just another 1970 Camaro, it was the Camaro. So, what made this Camaro so special that it became a symbol of dedication and engineering brilliance? Well, piloted by the drag racing legend Bill Grumpy Jenkins, this car embodied precision and power. Under the hood was a meticulously tuned big block V8, unleashing over 500 horsepower to leave competitors in its dust. Jenkins, known for his relentless pursuit of engineering perfection, gave the Camaro not just speed, but a personality. Its aggressive stance and iconic paint scheme made it a standout on the track. More than a car, it was a statement of what could be achieved with dedication, making it one of the most celebrated drag racing Camaros ever built. The 1969 Ford Torino Talladega was a statement on the NASCAR track. Ford built this beauty specifically to dominate in high-speed competitions. Its stretched-out nose wasn't just for looks, it was designed to cut through the air like a bullet, giving it a serious edge in speed and handling. Under the hood, you'd find some impressive V8 options, including the legendary 429 cubic inch engine. It wasn't just about performance though. The Talladega had a unique style that set it apart from anything else on the road. Today it's a rare gem, a must-have for classic car collectors and NASCAR fans who know its value in Ford's racing history. The 1971 Mustang Mach 1 drag pack was all about taking the Mustang's raw power and cranking it up to 11. Designed for street and drag racing, this machine came standard with a strong 351 cubic inch V8 that pushed out about 300 horsepower. But if you were serious about speed, the optional 429 V8 was the way to go. Ford didn't stop at just engine upgrades. The drag pack added beefed up suspension, a hood scoop that actually worked, and bold racing stripes that screamed performance. Whether tearing up the drag strip or turning heads on the street, this Mach 1 perfectly balanced muscle car prowess with classic Mustang style. The Studebaker Superlark was a bold statement from Studebaker in the early 1960s, aimed at carving a niche in the growing performance car market. Essentially a high-powered version of the humble Lark, the Superlark packed a punch with its supercharged V8 engine delivering an impressive 335 horsepower. For its time, this was serious power. To handle all that muscle, Studebaker upgraded its suspension, added front disc brakes, and even threw in a tachometer, a clear call for driving enthusiasts. How did such a powerful, well-equipped car fade into obscurity, especially when muscle cars were taking over the streets? While it wasn't a standalone model, the Superlark package was designed for buyers looking for performance in an era when muscle cars were stealing the show. Unfortunately, it was rare right out of the gate, with only about 325 units ever made. This rarity, coupled with Studebaker's eventual decline, solidifies the Superlark as an intriguing yet often overlooked piece of muscle car history. There's one muscle car that screams speed and spectacle, it's the 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner Superbird. Built with NASCAR domination in mind, the Superbird's radical design, complete with its elongated nose and towering rear wing, was all about aerodynamics. These features weren't just for looks, they gave the car an edge at high speeds on the track. Under the hood, it offered serious muscle, with engine options like the legendary 426 Hemi V8 or the 440 cubic inch V8, delivering up to 390 horsepower. The Superbird wasn't just fast, it was bold and unapologetically unique, turning heads wherever it went. With a limited production run, it quickly became a favorite among collectors and a symbol of muscle car glory. Today, it remains one of the most iconic and sought-after classics of its era, blending racing pedigree with street-legal style. And there you have it, gearheads, some of the most underrated muscle cars that deserve way more love. Which one's your favorite? Drop a comment below and let us know. Let's get the conversation going. If you enjoyed this deep dive into these hidden gems, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more epic content. And hey, gearheads, if you want to dive into another forgotten legend, click here to watch our video on the Chevy Vega, the car everyone forgot about. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.